Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can see by the title of the video, this is a mukbang. Not just any mukbang, y'all, but a Jasmine seafood mukbang. Yes, if you're from Baton Rouge, then you definitely know what Jasmine seafood is. They got like the best seafood like ever. Like they crawfish good, the shrimp good, the pig feet good, everything good. Then they sell more than seafood. They sell red beans and rice. They sell, you know what? I'm doing too much. They not paying me for this, so let me cut that short.
Real hot girl shit. Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his too.
Anyways, hey my babies, hey my K-Days, how y'all doing? You guys are having a good day. My day, however, not so good. If you guys don't know, my son stuck a barrette in my ignition and I had to get a whole new ignition, whole new keys. Got all that. Went to go get it programmed today just to find out that the guy who was working on the car messed something else up. So now I got to get a whole nother part and get that done and all that. So now I have all that to do, you guys, and I'm just so pissed. Like, it's been over a week since I hadn't had a car. Like, you guys know what that's like? A whole week of no car. That is pain. That's like, oh my God. Especially nowadays, because people don't like doing nothing for you. But thank God for the people that is there, that is helping. Y'all know who y'all are. Thank y'all so much. I love you guys. And I don't know how I could have got through this week and a half without y'all. Thank y'all so much. Anyways, let's get into this video, you guys. So, today we're going to be talking about this very embarrassing moment that I had once before. Oh my God. You guys, I said I would never tell nobody this story. It's only probably about 2 or 3 people that knows about this story. 3 people to be exact. And I said I would never tell nobody this story because it's so embarrassing. It's just so embarrassing. It's just not cool. But you know what? I'm over that. This is like 2019. I was young. You know, I was at the time like, what, 17 or something. So I was really young. And crazy, stupid, naive, I guess. Actually, no, I wasn't. I was a very smart and intelligent 17-year-old. I actually was. I was very mature for my age. I was always very mature for my age. So, you know, I just so happened to mess with the wrong guy or whatever. But anyways, you guys, I'm going to be eating some shrimp and some eggs. Okay, you guys, so I'm not going to say the people's name up in this video because, you know, I'm not trying to come for nobody. I don't need nobody trying to come for me, so I'm not going to say names. But when I was 17 years old, I met this guy. He sung this song, Jiggy City Step, right then left. Y'all know that song, right? So yeah, he sung that song. These shrimp are so good. They so spicy. So good. So anyways, you guys, him and I met. We met through a friend of mine. Her name is Crystal. Hey girl, I miss your friend. I love you. But yeah, we met through Crystal. At the time, I was living on Evangeline Street. Evangeline Street and what? Evangeline and Lemonwood. In this hood called Bootown. Shout out to Bootown, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I was standing over there and they had a park across the street from my house. Crystal actually knew him. I don't know, she met him through, I guess, the guy she was talking to. They hit Crystal up and Crystal was going across the street to the park to go meet the guys or whatever. At this time, like I said, we was about 17, I think, 16 or 17. But you know, my mama didn't play that having no any dude coming to her house, okay? So they couldn't come to my house. So we walked across the street to go meet them. And the guy who sang the song, Jiggy City Step, he was there. And he was like, oh yeah, who is that? You know, I want to talk to her, and all this and all that. So we got to talking, you know what I'm saying? We exchanged numbers. And from there on, it was just, you know, we was hanging out like tough every day. Like, we was hanging out tough. So, to make a long story short, one day, he was like, yeah, let's go get a room. So I'm like, for what? Like, what we need to get a room for? You know, this is like 2 weeks into us hanging out. Now, 2 weeks into us hanging out, we have been hanging out. Like, when I say tough, that means like every day for the past 2 weeks, I was like pretty much with him. Because this is like the summertime. So school was out. So it's like, you know, I don't have nothing to do. I got nothing but time on my hands. So we're hanging out. So he would literally come pick me up every day. We would hang out like all day, all night. We would do all type of stuff because he's a rapper, you guys. Like, he was a rapper, and at that time, his song was doing pretty good. So, you know, we used to go out to eat a lot. We was going to clubs. I wasn't even old enough to get into these clubs, but because I was with him and he was a rapper, we was able to get into clubs. Well, I was able to get into clubs. He used to perform. I used to be with him when he used to be performing his song. So it was cool, you know. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking he's like, at the time he told me he was 22. I've always liked the older guys, so to me that was not too old for me. Like I said, I was 17 to be exact. So that wasn't too old for me. 22. But, so we're hanging out, going to all these fancy restaurants. You know, I'm getting into clubs that I could never get into. You know, we just like having a good time. Like, I'm enjoying his company. He's enjoying mine. You know, he's taking me around his people. Like, literally, like, I'm talking about we were together every day, all day. Okay, so we're two weeks into this little friendship. And this nigga says, let's go to a room. A room for what? Like, what do we need to go to a room for? We've been hanging out for 2 weeks strong, hanging out at your place, hanging out at your friends' places. We've been hanging out for 2 weeks strong. Why do we need to go to a room? So, I'm telling him, like, dude, because I already know what he want to go to a room for. So I'm like, dude, we're not going to do nothing. Like, there's no need for us to go to a room because we're not going to do nothing. He's just like, you know, I don't want to do anything. Let's just go to a room, hang out. Come on now. That don't even make sense. We've been hanging out and it wasn't at a room. So why do we need to go to a room now? You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I go to the room with him. But before I went to the room, I made it very clear. We're not having sex. We're not doing anything. It's going to be none of that. Like, if we're going to hang out, we're just going to hang out. So to get to the room, let me try this egg right quick, y'all. It's good. It's good. Excuse me if I got food on my teeth or mouth. I'm trying to look, so excuse me. But anyways, you guys. So I get to the room, and we're up in the room. And about 10 minutes into us being in the room, he's like, take your clothes off. I'm like, for what? I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, Lord. I knew he was going to try this. I told him already we're not doing nothing. Like, why is he doing this? Anyways, he's like, take your clothes off. I'm like, for what? I'm like, no, we're not doing anything. So he says, come on, bruh. We grown. What you mean we grown? You gonna act like a little girl? You gonna act childish? I'm like, I told you this ahead of time that we wasn't gonna do nothing. So, like, how am I being childish? How am I not acting grown? He's like, come on. We've been hanging out for 2 weeks and we've been doing this and doing that. He's like, you know, what's the problem? What's wrong? I'm like, no, I'm not, you know, I'm not ready to go there with you. So this guy tells me either I'm going to go there with him or he's going to leave me there at the room by myself. Oh my God. So he tells me that either we get jiggy, get jiggy. I know that's so funny. But he says either we do something, you know what I'm saying, or he's going to leave. So me, I'm like, okay, well, leave because we're not doing anything. I told you ahead of time we're not doing anything. He's like, okay, you sure? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. And I'm like, oh my God, is this guy really going to leave me? Like, is he really about to leave? Y'all, the nigga left. Y'all, he left. He went downstairs. Now, the room we was in, I could look out the windows and see, like, downstairs into the cars and stuff. So he went downstairs. He got in his car. He rolled him up some, yeah. And he stayed down there for about 5 minutes. And then he pulled off, guys. Like, the nigga really left me. Like, he left me, y'all. So, I'm like, oh my God. I cannot believe he just left me. Like, what? Who does that? So, I'm just like, oh my God. I can't believe this dude left me. Like, how am I going to get home? We're in Port Allen, by the way. We're at a room in Port Allen. So, I don't know anyone in Port Allen. I'm like, how am I going to get home? Like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I don't even want to call anyone. Excuse me. I don't even want to call anyone and tell them what's going on because this is so embarrassing. However, I end up calling a guy who I was talking to in high school. We hadn't started like talking, making things official yet, but like we was conversating on the phone and things until I started hanging out with this rapper guy. But before me and the rapper guy started hanging out, you know, me and this other guy, we was like super close, super cool. And, you know, we just kind of like stopped talking as much. But I ended up calling him and I lied to him. I was like, yeah, I was hanging out at this party and I don't like it, you know. It's very like boring. It's not my type of party. Can you please come get me? And him and his mom came and got me. Like, I still to this day be thinking about like, dang, what the heck? I can't believe that nigga left me, y'all. But I thank God for the guy Kirk who came through. You know, him and his mom came through. They got me. You know, he took me home, dropped me off, and I was good. And I was like, I would never tell anyone about this. Like, no indeed. No indeed. It was just too embarrassing, y'all. Too embarrassing. I didn't want to tell nobody about this ever. But, like I said, that was years ago. I was 17. So, you know, I was younger. I'm older. I got my new man now, my babe, Dwayne. I love you, baby. That's a real man, y'all. Like, y'all need to get y'all a Dwayne. I'm telling y'all. That man is, he have his, you know, his problems. You know, we all do. But at the end of the day, he's a good man. He takes really good care of me and our family. He's always there. I mean, he don't do nothing. He don't go out. He just works and come home. He's a great one. He's a good one. He's one of those good guys. You know what? Let me not say all that for his head get too big and he think he got me on lock. Boom. Because you do. Boom. But anyways, y'all, I just wanted to share that story with y'all because I thought it was kind of funny. It was embarrassing. And, you know, people like funny and embarrassing stuff. So I was like, yeah, they don't like it because it's going to be embarrassing because a nigga left me at a room. But anyways, y'all, if a nigga talk about leaving y'all at a room because y'all want to deal with him, let that nigga leave you, sis. Okay? You don't have to give yourself up to anybody because, you know, they threatening to leave you somewhere. Like, don't let nobody talk you out of your stuff, okay? Out of your jewels, okay? If you're not ready to give it up, don't give it up, girl, okay? Keep it, yeah, it's put away, and yeah, you can't have none, nigga, okay? But, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much. You know, y'all my babies, my kids. Wait, no, need to get back here because we're about to do another mukbang and talk about some interesting, juicy stuff. So y'all come back tomorrow because I will have that video ready to go and upload it tomorrow. Anyways, you guys, I love y'all so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.